Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update on Ethereum. This is just going to be a quick one, but it's looking like Ethereum may have a shot at having a little breakout here. So I want to put this on your radar. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's something that we want to plan for the upside as well as the downside and the sideways. So this is going to be the upside plan we're going to start with, and I'm also going to read to you about an ascending triangle and the percentages, the gains that happen, and different things like that. It's all going to be out of the Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns. So this isn't just something I'm making up here, guys. This is the exact information about an ascending triangle, and it's kind of looking like we're forming one here. We're having these higher lows, then we pushed up here, we came back down, we pushed up again, came down, and then if we can break out from this area right here around that 273, my target's up here roughly around close to that $400, that 390 area. And I'm going to get into all this. If you guys like these videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Appreciate you being here with me. So if this is an ascending triangle, something that we're looking at here, guys, it has a little too much white space here. We would have wanted another touch, maybe come down in here, come back up, back down again, and then break through. But this is more of a crude one, and we're just going to look to see if this is an ascending triangle, and if we do get this break up out of here, what type of percentage gains we can expect. So what my Encyclopedia Chart Pattern says for an ascending triangle in a bull market, since we're in an intermediate term bullish uptrend, we're heading into a longer term, guys. We're getting there. And what it says is performance rank, it's number 17 out of 23. The break-even failure rate is 13%. The average rise is going to be 35%. And what we want to do here is take our price range tool, and we're going to go up to about that 35%. Right there, guys, that put us at 365. Now, what I did, I took the measurement from this little pole here that we had, or this push up on great volume, and I measured that, and then I extrapolated it over here. So it's pretty close to around that $365, $400 range, depending on how far we shoot. Change after trend ends is -29. Volume trend is typically downward, so we're experiencing that. That's identifying. Throwbacks happen 57% of the time. So say we were to break up out of here, 57% of the time you'll come back and back test this before you move up higher. Let's see. Appearance is same, but breakout is downward. So they're talking about a bear market there. We don't need that. Let me see if there's anything else here that I wanted to share with y'all. Yes, so the identification characteristics, triangle shape, the two price trends, the top one horizontal and the bottom one sloping up, form a triangle pattern. The two lines join at a triangle apex. So basically this would be our apex, and here kind of where we're at right now, we're getting to that. The apex is right at the end. Horizontal top line, price rises up to fall away from a horizontal resistance line at least twice, two minor highs. So we pushed up here, we fell back down, we pushed up again and fell. So far we're qualifying. Guys, looking good. Upsloping bottom trend line, we have that in place. So we're identifying that. Prices decline to and rise away from an upsloping trend line. Prices need not touch the trend line, but should come very close to it, within 15 cents, at least two trend line touches, minor lows. And that's kind of what we're struggling with here, guys. We have a touch here, then we had this big wide gap, we had another touch here, so we do have two, but sometimes you want to come up, maybe hit it again, come back up, hit it again, and then go out. So a little bit more white space than we'd like, but we're still doing it. Crossing pattern. This is an important characteristic. Prices should not cross the chart pattern several times. They should not leave a vast amount of white space in the center of the triangle, and that's what we were talking about. That's the only thing I'm not liking, is the white space right in there. Volume is heavier at the start of the formation than near the end. So here's the start of the formation, volume heavier. We're near the end, so that's lower. Volume is usually low just before the breakout. We were lower. Premature breakout, somewhat prone to premature breakouts both to the upside and the downside. Volume on a false breakout is also heavy, just as a genuine breakout, so we have to be careful about that. And then it says breakout. Volume is heavy, but need not be, and continues to be heavy for several days. The breakout can be up or down, usually following the existing price trend. So the price trend has been up. These ascending triangles, you can break up or you can break down. Traditionally, they break more to the upside than they do the downside, and especially since we're following this trend here. So guys, there's so much information. There's like 16 pages here on ascending triangles, but I'm not going to bore you with all that stuff. That's what I like to read, and that's why I'm here giving you these videos. But that's what I'm looking for. So if we can break through this upper horizontal red line that I have here, there could be a nice little shot up. And I wanted to put this on your radar. So now what we're going to do, and we're also up above the 20 EMA, we're up above the 50 moving average, the 100 and the 200. So that's something that's great as well. But now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this off here, and we're going to go into some indicators. Take a look at these. Guys, if you like these videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I appreciate you being here with me. So on the stochastic, we're at 63 and 57, so we're a little more neutral there. We could continue to run to the upside. Plenty of room here if we do want to have a breakout to the upside. You can see how high we do get, up around that 100 or more even, guys. I think that even said 10. See if we can get overextended on that. No, I'm sorry, 99. 99.64 right there, so basically pegged out. So there's still more room to run to the upside. There is room to run to the downside as well. So just sitting kind of in that neutral territory right now, a little stronger than we are weaker. So I'd say neutral to bullish right there on the stochastic. Just pay attention. We don't want a downward cross there and start heading back down, kind of like we did up here. We've had that a few different times, so we want to keep our eye on that. Next one we're going to go to is our MACD and see how that's looking. MACD looking like we're about to get a bullish cross. So this is looking good. Histogram ticking to the positive there. East not looking bad, guys. Let's go to our RSI. RSI is pointing up. We're setting higher lows. Looks like we had a trend line break here off the RSI. Remember how we always want to look at these and pay attention to them. Let me pull this down just a hair, guys. So about right there, we'll do a crude one. You can see we're starting to break out of that. So yeah, we got a shot here. Got a shot at breaking out. And remember, we want to pay attention though. False breakouts, those can happen as well, where we come up and then all of a sudden you see a long wick and we come back down. But as long as we're obeying this trend line right here and making those higher lows, that's what we're looking for, guys. That's what I'm thrilled about. Okay? So we're looking at that. And then let's also check out our Bollinger Bands just to see where we're sitting here. Trying not to keep you here too long, but I had quite a few different things I wanted to bring to you. So Bollinger Bands getting a little bit tighter here. Remember, when a move's going to happen, they will expand, and before a move, they will contract. See how they're getting tighter here, and then they expand, getting a little tighter now, may have another move to the upside. So guys, this is stuff that I'm looking at. This is what I wanted to bring to you. I'm not going to go into too much more, but we're in a potential ascending triangle, and we want to see if we will have this breakout. That's what I'm looking for. Right now, we're at $268. We're up 1.93%. Remember, if you like these videos, y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's see if we can get another big massive volume. If we could get another massive volume like this, oh my goodness, that'd be wonderful, guys. That really could push us up to around that $400 range. So, and remember, all the altcoins are going to be controlled off Ethereum as well. So if Ethereum is doing better and going up in price, a lot of these ERC20 tokens, they're going to continuously be going up in price as well. And that's why they've been so suppressed. When the ETH price was going down all the way from 1,400, you know, all these other tokens are going to go down with it as well. And that's something that you have to be aware of. We're controlled by Ethereum with a lot of the altcoins if it's an ERC20 token. Okay? But we're setting higher lows right there, guys. Everything's looking good. Up above the 20, up above the 50, up above the 100. And I'm sure we're up above the 200. You know what? Let me throw that on quick just to see where we're at. Sorry, I had it on my last chart. See here. And if you've never done this, this is a little tutorial for you. So we went into our indicators, go up to the moving averages here. We're going to put our inputs. We're going to go at 200. Style. That'll be good in purple right there. And then what you can do, you can also thicken it or change it a little bit. Guys, let's thicken that up. I like to see the 200. Let's make it white. Okay, so our 200-day, you can see how that's starting to curl up as well. We always want to be up above these. We had golden crosses. Everything's looking great here, but you want to see them curl up. And you see how that's curling off that trend line? That's a very strong and powerful trend line. And what we can do even is drag this out a little bit more, like this, just to see as time goes on. Because you know what? We may have another move up here, guys, and at some point back test that. It can happen as we continue to move. But this is how extreme this market can get. Do you see this? Look at this drop, guys. We really went from about $815 all the way down to $78. So as much as we can fall here, it can happen on the backside. That's cryptocurrency. That's why we're in this space, because these moves happen so fast, and we need to know how to trade them so we can take advantage of the volatility when we're having these massive volume spikes coming in. Right? So that's what I'm here for, guys. Let's pay attention. Let's see if we can break out of this ascending triangle. We'll look up around 322, then obviously that 400 we were talking about, and then up to around that 486 is where I'd be looking at. So, hope you guys like this, and that was the Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns, and that is by Thomas Bulkowski. This is the second edition, and guys, just while I have it here, it is roughly about 1,000 pages, but it has everything. I mean, every single chart pattern you can think of. It's just wonderful. It's a beautiful tool to have, so I'll continue to use that with y'all. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless.